James Calvin Jimmy Rollins, nicknamed J-Roll, is an American professional baseball shortstop with the Philadelphia Phillies of Major League Baseball. He has played with the Phillies for his entire MLB career, which began in 2000. He has been characterized as one of the top defensive shortstops in baseball. After growing up in Alameda, California, and attending Encinal High School, he was drafted by the Phillies in the second round of the 1996 MLB Draft. Rollins spent most of 5 seasons with Phillies minor league teams before earning a promotion to the MLB team. In July 2001, Rollins became the Phillies' leadoff hitter and remained in that role for almost 10 years. He made several All-Star Game appearances early in his career. In 2005, Rollins began to focus on hitting home runs, which initially dropped his batting average. Late in that season, he began the longest hitting streak in Phillies history. The 2007 Phillies won the division for the first of 5 consecutive seasons, and Rollins was named the National League Most Valuable Player. Rollins was a key component of the 2008 team that won the World Series. His success continued as did the Phillies until 2012, when some commentators argue his career performance began its decline. He became the Phillies' all-time leader in hits in 2014. Rollins is married and has 2 children. He resides in Woolwich Township, New Jersey during the off-season. Family and background: Rollins grew up in the tough side of Alameda as a member of an athletic family. His mother played competitive fast-pitch softball, and credits the experience for helping him develop a cerebral approach to the game as well as a passion for the middle infield. He has been described as having a near-photographic memory of games and at-bats and pitches. Rollins' brother, Antoine, played with minor league affiliates of the Texas Rangers and the Montreal Expos. His sister, Shay Rollins, was a starter on the University of San Francisco's women's basketball team, and he is the cousin of former MLB player Tony Tarasco. Despite the athletes in his family, his father encouraged Rollins to pursue music as well as baseball. Rollins played the trumpet while growing up, and participated in various MC Hammer and Mavis Staples music videos during his adolescent years. Rollins attended Encinal High School in Alameda, from which he graduated in 1996. To his dismay, his parents refused to allow him continue playing football, instead forcing him to focus on baseball. He finished his high school baseball career as the holder of 10 school records, including highest batting average, and most stolen bases. For his performance, USA Today named him a member of its All-USA High School baseball team, and Baseball America named him the top infielder in Northern California as well as a second-team All-American. He committed to play college baseball at Arizona State University on a scholarship, but after effusive praise from Phillies Bay Area scout Bob Poole and various reports, the Phillies drafted him in the second round of the 1996 Major League Baseball Draft. Professional career: minor leagues, 1996 to 2000. After being drafted by the Phillies in the second round of the 1996 draft, Rollins was assigned to the rookie league Martinsville Phillies. He led the team in walks and stole 20 bases, but batted only .238. However, he still earned a promotion to Low A Piedmont for the 1997 season. The youngest player on the team at age 18, Rollins led the team in games played, at-bats, runs, hits, triples, stolen bases, and walks all in the same year. He batted .270, stole 46 bases, and had 560 at-bats, more than 100 higher than second-place Dave Francia. For his performance, he was named a co-winner of the Paul Owens Award, given to the Phillies' top minor league player. At the conclusion of the season he played in the Florida Instructional League. Rollins was promoted to High A Clearwater in 1998. While playing alongside future Phillies teammates Pat Burrell, Johnny Estrada, Adam Eaton, and Brandon Duckworth, Rollins batted .244 with 18 doubles and 23 stolen bases. Once again, he was the youngest player on the team. Eaton, Burrell, and Rollins were all promoted to AA Reading together the next year, and Rollins led the team in games and at-bats, as well as hits. His 145 hits gave him an average of .273, and led to a late-season promotion to Scranton Wilkes-Barre, where he played 4 games. In 2000, he led Scranton in games played, doubles, and triples, and helped lead the team to the playoffs. For his performance, Rollins was rewarded with a September call-up to the Phillies, where he batted .321 in 14 games, stealing 3 bases and batting in 5 runs. After the season, Baseball America named the Phillies top organizational prospect. He was a finalist for the United States national baseball team to participate in the 2000 Olympics, but did not survive the final cut. 2001 Euro 2004, Rollins spent the entire 2001 season with the Major League Phillies, and enjoyed success in his first full MLB season. He achieved several statistical milestones, including a quadruple-double. Moreover, he led the National League in triples and stolen bases, becoming the first rookie to do so since 1951, as well as leading the NL in at-bats. He was a member of the NL All-Star team in the 2001 Major League Baseball All-Star Game, the Phillies' only representative. In July, he took over as the Phillies' leadoff hitter from Doug Glanville, a role he seldom ceded for nearly a decade. At the conclusion of the season, the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum named him the co-winner of the Cool Papa Bell Award, given to the stolen bases leader. MLB managers voted him to the top's Major League Rookie All-Star team, and Baseball America named him the 5th best rookie in MLB. Entering the 2002 season, despite his youth, Rollins sought to be a leader in the Phillies clubhouse. An article in the Philadelphia Inquirer said, "Rollins, even at just 23 years old, may now have the clout needed to be a stern voice that makes a difference in the clubhouse and on the field." Rollins' season was characterized by a strong first half, and a sophomore jinx at the plate that plagued him in the second half of the season. For his performance in the early months of the season, he earned his second consecutive bid to the MLB All-Star Game, in doing so becoming the first Philly and first MLB shortstop ever to reach the game in each of his first 2 seasons. After the All-Star Game, however, he struggled at the plate, striking out too often and chasing too many high pitches that were out of the strike zone. Ultimately, Rollins finished the season among the NL leaders in defensive statistics. He compiled a .980 fielding percentage, 695 total chances, 504 assists, and 226 putouts. Meanwhile, offensively, he regressed from his 2001 campaign, posting a .245 batting average with 11 home runs, but still leading the NL with 10 triples. He stole 31 bases, 15 fewer than he did in 2001. After the season, he participated in the Major League Baseball Japan All-Star Series. Prior to the 2003 season, he worked with Tony Gwynn on skills at the plate, predominantly using the whole field and being more of a slap hitter. However, he began the season slowly, sustaining a hamstring injury in spring training that hindered his progress, and ultimately struggling at the plate early in the season, causing manager Larry Bauer dropped him in the lineup. Throughout the season, he sought to maintain focus that he admittedly lost the previous season, and he eventually rebounded to post a respectable stat line. A .263 batting average with 8 home runs and 62 RBIs, although he stole what at the time was a career-low 20 bases. Season highlights included an RBI single against John Smoltz in June to win a game, and stealing his 100th career base in September, both of which occurred in games against the Atlanta Braves. On January 15, Rollins signed a $2,400,000 pact with the Phillies to avoid salary arbitration. According to one biography of Rollins, in 2004, Jimmy finally became the player the Phillies had been waiting for. He batted .289 with a .455 slugging percentage, scored 119 runs, led the league in triples, cut down considerably on his strikeouts, batted well from both sides of the plate, and hit well in the clutch. The workouts with Gwynn had helped, but it was joining morning sessions with Abu that enabled him to sting the ball with authority and consistency. Overall, he achieved another quadruple-double, his first career Grand Slam, and posted career highs in a plethora of offensive categories including batting average, slugging percentage, RBIs, and hits. 2005 a Euro 2007, under new manager Charlie Manuel, whose offensive strategy predominantly revolved around hitting lots of home runs, Rollins struggled to post a strong batting average early in the Phillies' 2005 season, as he too tried to hit home runs. Nevertheless, he was selected to the NL All-Star team. His offensive strategy changed in early August, when he began a hitting streak that spanned the season's final 36 games. During the streak, he hit .379. The streak was the longest in Phillies history, surpassing Ed Delahanty. Throughout the streak, Rollins aspired to maintain a team-first mentality, and noted that he would trade the streak for a playoff berth. If we lose and I keep the streak, what does that mean? The season is automatically over. The playoffs is everything. That's what we all want. Ultimately, the Phillies missed the playoffs by one game. Overall, Rollins compiled his fourth career quadruple-double, tying Johnny Damon for most among active players, en route to posting a .290 batting average with 12 home runs, 54 RBIs, and 41 stolen bases. The 2006 Phillies season began with much hype surrounding Rollins, and whether he could extend his hitting streak to pass Joe DiMaggio's record 56 games. He extended the streak 2 games into the season, but his quest for history terminated April 6 when he failed to get a hit in a game against the St. Louis Cardinals. He struggled during the first half of the season, posting a batting average of just .259, but rebounded during the second half, ultimately posting strong cumulative numbers once again. He became the third player in Phillies history to score at least 100 runs in 3 consecutive seasons, and led all NL shortstops in RBIs, runs scored, extra base hits, and total bases. He was just short, however, of another quadruple-double. Cumulatively, he hit .277 with 25 home runs and 83 RBIs. Once again, the Phillies barely missed the playoffs. Before spring training, Rollins announced that the Phillies were the team to beat in the National League East. The Mets had a chance to win the World Series last year. Last year is over. I think we are the team to beat in the NL East, finally. But, that's only on paper. It became an instant sports media sensation, especially given that the New York Mets had won the division in 2006 with relative ease. The claim was widely reported, often without the second part of the quote. USA Today columnist Hal Bodley opined, "The Phillies have needed someone to light a fire, especially in April." Rollins' bold, if not arrogant, prediction might just do that. During the first half of the season, it appeared Rollins had spoken prematurely, as the Mets jumped out to an early divisional lead. On June 28, Rollins had a 4-hit game against the Cincinnati Reds, including a game-tying triple. The triple was Rollins' 10th, which gave him his 5th career quadruple-Euro-double. In August, the Mets' lead began to dissipate, as the Phillies combined several solid series. Rollins was a key component of their success. Rollins was named the National League Player of the Week for August 27 to September 2, 2007. On September 25 against the Atlanta Braves, Rollins hit the home run that completed his 30-Euro-30 season. On the last day of the 2007 season, Rollins became the 7th player to collect at least 20 doubles, 20 triples, and 20 home runs in one season when he hit his 20th triple of the year in a 6-1 win over the Washington Nationals that clinched a National League East Division championship for the Phillies, which confirmed Rollins' preseason assertion of the Phillies' preeminence. The club advanced to the playoffs for the first time since their 1993 World Series loss. However, they were swept by the Colorado Rockies in the National League Division Series. Rollins' season culminated when he was named the National League's Most Valuable Player. He also received the NLBM Oscar Charleston Legacy Award, and won the first of 3 consecutive Gold Glove awards, becoming the first Phillies shortstop to win a Gold Glove since Larry Bauer in 1978. He was the first player in MLB history to record 200 hits, 20 triples, 30 home runs, and 30 stolen bases in a season. 2008 Euro 2011, unlike in spring training 2007, Rollins made no guarantees heading into the next season, but that didn't mean the Phillies weren't confident entering their 2008 season, despite the Mets' acquisition of Joan Santana and a 2007 Rollins-esque guarantee of winning the division from Carlos Beltran. After beginning the season by hitting a home run on opening day, Rollins landed on the disabled list for the first time in his career in early April, suffering an ankle sprain. He returned in May, and had a productive summer, ultimately posting a career-high 47 stolen bases, notwithstanding his batting average dropping to .277, and his home run and RBI totals dropping to 11 and 59 respectively. In the postseason, Rollins was a focal point of the team, which ultimately won the 2008 World Series. In the Division Series, he hit a leadoff home run in Game 4, and in the Championship Series, he hit a leadoff home run in Game 5, and despite struggles early in the World Series, he eventually contributed with strong situational hitting, helping the Phillies win the series in 5 games. At the conclusion of the season, Rollins was honored with the Fielding Bible Award for defensive excellence as the top MLB shortstop during the year. Rollins began 2009 by participating in the 2009 World Baseball Classic as a member of Team USA. For his strong WBC performance, he was named to the All-Tournament team. After setting a career high in stolen bases in 2008, he did not steal one in the season's first 17 games, his longest drought to begin a season since 2004. On May 21, he reached the 1,500-hit milestone in a game against the Cincinnati Reds. As of the end of June, however, he was hitting just .205, and was benched for 4 games by Charlie Manuel in an effort to force him to regain the short, quick, lower half-driven swing that he used in his 2007 MVP campaign. He did improve in the second half of the season, batting .288 from July 3 to the end of the year. Overall, he compiled an NL-leading 672 at-bats, finished 4th in doubles and stolen bases, and 10th in runs. In addition, he had a .250 batting average, 21 home runs, and 77 RBIs, also winning the National League Gold Glove Award for shortstops. In the postseason, he helped the Phillies reach the 2009 World Series by hitting a walk-off double in Game 4 of the NLCS. The Phillies failed to repeat as champions, however. They lost to the New York Yankees. Rollins' 2010 season was marked by injuries. He missed a total of 74 games, playing in only 88, the lowest total of his major league career. While warming up in the outfield prior to the Phillies game on April 12, he strained his right calf, and eventually was placed on the disabled list. He spent April 13 May 16, and May 22 June 21 on the DL with that injury. Wilson Valdez served as his backup. When he returned, he hit his first career walk-off home run on June 23, powering the Phillies to a 7-6 victory over the Cleveland Indians. On July 3, he hit his 150th career home run in a game against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and on October 1, he hit his 3rd career grand slam in a game against the Atlanta Braves. Overall, he hit .243 with 8 home runs and 47 RBIs. He maintained his strong defense despite poor offense, but after his 3rd consecutive lackluster season, some questioned whether his MVP campaign in 2007 was a fluke. 2011 was a contract year for Rollins, and his performance concurrently rebounded, somewhat. He made his 11th consecutive opening day start, and, for the first time in several seasons, he was healthy at the beginning of the season, starting the season's first 49 games. Nevertheless, it took him 54 plate appearances to record his first RBI, the longest drought of his career. On July 20, for the second time in his career, he had a multi-home run game in which one home run came batting right-handed and the other left-handed, the first Phillies player to do it multiple times. His season was not entirely devoid of injuries. On August 22, a right groin strain landed him on the DL, causing him to miss 18 games. He returned in time for the playoffs, and set several Phillies records in the 2011 NLDS, including hits, doubles, and multi-hit games. Despite the records, the Phillies lost the series to the St. Louis Cardinals. Overall, he posted a .268 batting average with 16 home runs and 63 RBIs. At the season's conclusion, Rollins was selected as the shortstop on the MLB Insiders Club magazine All-Postseason team. On December 17, 2011, Rollins signed a 3-year, $33 million deal with a vesting option for a fourth year, worth another $11 million. If the option does not vest, the option can become a team option for $8 million or a player option for $5 million. 2012 a Euro present. In 2012, Rollins epitomized the Phillies' general averageness by posting a .250 batting average with 23 home runs and 68 RBIs. He hit poorly in the beginning of the season, and did not hit a home run until his 136th at-bat of the season, the second longest it had ever taken him to hit a home run at the beginning of a season. He missed 3 games from May 21 to Euro 23 for the birth of his first daughter. On July 31, he hit his 4th career inside-the-park home run, which led active players. His hitting improved over the latter half of the season, and in September, he hit 8 home runs. He missed the final 3 games of the season with a calf strain. During the season, he joined Craig Biggio, Barry Larkin, and Paul Molitor as the only players in MLB history to record 2,000 hits, 350 stolen bases, and 150 home runs as a member of one team. It was his 4th career season during which he hit at least 20 home runs and stole 30 bases, which trailed only Bobby and Barry Bonds. Prior to the 2013 season, Rollins played for Team USA in the 2013 World Baseball Classic, and was the only player from Team USA to make the event's All-Star team. It was his second WBC, and second placement on the All-Star team. He was back to the Phillies in time for opening day, and made his 13th consecutive start on opening day. Overall, he tied for 5th in the NL in games, and led the team with 600 at-bats, 151 hits, 36 doubles, and 59 walks. He achieved several career milestones during the season, including his 800th RBI, his 433 double, and his 45th career leadoff home run. Despite the achievements, overall, the season was a decline from previous years. His isolated power was among the worst in the major leagues, he attempted to steal the fewest amount of bases in his career, and his defense tanked according to fielding metrics. He struggled mightily, and ultimately posted a .252 batting average with 6 home runs and 39 RBIs. Which could be the beginning of his decline as an effective major league hitter. Rollins attracted media attention in the off-season prior to 2014 when he supposedly expressed disinclination or lack of motivation after commenting, "Who cares?" in regards to spring training. There was even a column from Buster Olney suggesting that there was a sentiment within the Phillies organization that he should be traded. He opened the season by hitting a grand slam against the Texas Rangers, which was also his 200th career home run. After 2 games, Rollins left the team on paternity leave to be with his wife as the couple had their second child. On April 12, he hit a walk-off home run against the Miami Marlins. On June 14, Rollins singled to right field for his 2,235th hit to surpass Mike Schmidt as the Phillies' all-time leader in hits. The game paused as Schmidt and the remainder of the Phillies congratulated Rollins at first base. Following the season, Rollins became the first ever co-winner of the Roberto Clemente Award, sharing the honor with recently retired Chicago White Sox captain Paul Knico. Player profile, offense. Growing up, Rollins admired Rickey Henderson, one of the best leadoff hitters in MLB history, and especially early in his career, sought to emulate Henderson at the plate. This contributed to his propensity to swing early in the count, and chase high pitches, seeking to hit home runs rather than get on base, the stereotypical role of a leadoff hitter. Consequently, he struggled to make contact with the ball, striking out too much, and rarely walking. To help alleviate those predominantly negative tendencies, he worked with Tony Gwynn, prior to the 2003 season to work on using the whole field, and hit more ground balls than pop-ups. Overall, he always had a hard time accepting that he is vertically challenged at 5'8", which contributed to his inclination to strive to hit for power rather than contact, and to seek to pull the ball rather than use the whole field. The Phillies' all-time leader in hits, he also is second in Phillies history in stolen bases. Defense: one of the best defensive shortstops in the game. During his career, Rollins has won 4 Gold Glove awards, and only Omar Vizsla has a better fielding percentage among shortstops who have played at least 10 seasons. Rollins attributes some of his defensive prowess to experience, noting that he has played in MLB for a long enough time to know most hitters' tendencies and to learn how to read swings, both of which help him appropriately position himself to get to as many balls as possible. In their 2011 season preview, Lindy's Sports commented that Rollins is an upper-echelon shortstop with soft hands, excellent agility and plus range left and right, going on to praise his strong throwing arm, especially from the hole. Personal life: Rollins resides in Willich Township, New Jersey, and is married to Jo Smith. They were married on January 23, 2010 in the Cayman Islands. On May 21, 2012, Jo gave birth to the couple's first daughter, Cameron Drew Rollins. An active philanthropist, Rollins and his wife Jo have participated in several charitable endeavors including the creation of the Jo and Jimmy Rollins Center for Animal Rehabilitation, which is located in Willich Township, New Jersey and provides several medical rehabilitation services for animals, and an annual baseball charity bowling tournament to benefit the Arthritis Foundation. Rollins is also active politically, and campaigned for Barack Obama in the 2008 presidential election. His second daughter, Logan Aaliyah, was born in early April 2014. See also: List of top 300 Major League Baseball home run hitters, List of Major League Baseball stolen base champions, List of Major League Baseball triples champions, List of Major League Baseball triples records, List of Major League Baseball leaders in career stolen bases, List of Major League Baseball players with 100 triples, List of Major League Baseball players with 2,000 hits, 20 20 club, references. External links: career statistics and player information from MLB, Aura ESPN, Aura Baseball Reference, Aura Fangraphs, Aura The Baseball Cube, Aura Baseball Reference, official website.